Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for UFC fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and today I'll be getting you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. Here at Fighting Stats, we have exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else, giving us a huge edge over the sportsbooks that help us make money long term. Here at Fighting Stats, we also track how often they throw that left jab or that right hook from southpaw, how often they're moving back, or how much time is spent in side control versus full mount. We have all of that information, but that's not it. We pair that with our tape study here. We're going to go through the fights. We're going to watch for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies to help you get prepared for the upcoming UFC fights. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Art C, and today we are breaking down the UFC 306 main event between Sugar Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvilli. This went down at UFC Noche. Merab Dvalishvilli challenging for the Bantamweight Championship belt. Let's get this fight started and see how this fight played out here. So Sean O'Malley's going to be in the black trunks. Merab's going to be in the red trunks. Sean O'Malley comes out in southpaw early, taking the center of the cage. Merab is going to take the outside of the cage, circling around. He's already pointing to the corner of Sean O'Malley, pointing to the coach. Right away, the referee has to get involved. Apparently, Tim Welch, the coach of Sean O'Malley, was talking to Merab, and Merab was talking back. Herb Dean here telling Merab to stay focused, not to engage in the corner, and then now they're back off. The announcers here talking about, there is a such thing as excessive coaching. Tim Welch again trying to talk to Merab where he should be just cornering his own fighter there, right? So. Okay, so Sean O'Malley's going to be in southpaw. Merab's going to be in orthodox. Merab's going to be the grappler here. He's going to try to get the fight down to the ground. Sean O'Malley now on the back foot, trying to keep that space. I think Sean O'Malley here is expecting a takedown, so he's trying to keep that distance. Really, only single shots, not loading up on a combo. Because I think he knows if he sits down on something, Merab's just going to level change and get him down to the ground here. So Sean switches from orthodox back to southpaw. And then Merab's still on the front foot. So Sean O'Malley's going to this right to the body early. He's level changing and throwing a 2 to the body. Switches back to southpaw. Again, Merab on the front foot. Sean being a little bit patient here on the outside. He's expecting a shot, so he has to really pick his shots correctly. Merab's just going to be on the front foot. He likes to keep this distance, right? He's going to stay way outside so where he can't really get hit, but still pressuring. Getting Sean O'Malley to move backwards, and then I guess Merab's going to be looking to level change at some point and getting his entry in there. So Sean's trying to pick his spots here. A couple of jabs on the outside. You can see a lot of single shots. There's a kick from Merab that misses. Another stance switch there from Sean. Another high kick, right? Merab trying to track him down, throw a kick on the circle. Another 2 to the body there from Sean O'Malley. Big overhand, that one misses. Jab misses there from Sean O'Malley. Another jab there, right? So normally Sean O'Malley likes to kick a lot, right? He's throwing a lot of leg kicks, kicks to the body here. But I think against a wrestler, you do have to pick your shots because you're afraid of getting the kick caught. So now it's just Sean throwing these hands, right? 1-1-2 misses. 1-2, another 2 to the body there from Sean O'Malley. Halfway through round number 1, and there's Sean O'Malley landing a nice jab. Halfway through round number 1, Merab has not shot for a takedown yet. Light on his feet, bouncing in and out. There's a push kick there from Sean on the front foot. Merab still pressuring forward, again looking for his entry. If you remember the Aljamain Sterling fight against Sean O'Malley, right? Oh, there's a shot from Merab, pushes Sean back to the fence. Right away, outside trip gets Sean down. That one was pretty easy. So a good 2 minutes here for Merab to work with top position here. Sean gets right back up to his feet. So that's a good sign for Sean. He can get back up to his feet here. But Merab keeping on this body lock here. Sean goes down to one knee. So then Merab's going to pepper him with these knees to the thigh. These kicks don't look like they do much, but they are doing some damage here to the upper thigh of Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley's going to have to stand up and try to turn into him. Merab trying to get the back, gets one hook in. The fence is going to prevent the other hook in, breaks the grip and tries to throw some punches. Sean O'Malley uses that to turn into him and break off. So back to the center, minute 18 left in round number 1. Another front kick there from Sean O'Malley to the body. Switch stances there from Sean. Like I'd like to see him go high kick, right? Head kick there in that stance. But here Merab going again with this single leg takedown. Let's go back to this. Watch this. So Merab enters in, grabs a single leg, just pushes him down, and Sean O'Malley falls down. Not much resistance there on the takedown, but again Sean O'Malley back up to his feet. Merab on a guillotine here, thinks he has it, so he drops down and pulls guard. Almost got to mount. Sean O'Malley reverses, but Merab's still on the neck. Yeah, Merab doesn't have a ton of submissions, but he will attack these like front chokes. Merab steps forward with the left foot, trying to hook the leg of Merab, trying to take away his base. 25 seconds left in round number 1. O'Malley gets back up. So that was a good 2 or 3 takedowns there. I think Merab landed a left hook on the break here. Let's watch this. Yeah, Merab lands a left hook on the break, points to him and laughs at him. Nice left hand there. So yeah, that was a good 2-3 takedowns there from Merab in round number 1. The takedowns looked pretty easy, but Sean O'Malley was able to get back up to his feet, so that's a decent sign. But round number 1, I think, goes to Merab because of the takedowns, some of the damage. I know Sean O'Malley landed a couple of shots, but nothing too damaging in round number 1 here. So let's fast forward here some of the corner work. Tim Welch just saying, keep breathing, look for it, right? And what I was saying was like, you go back to the Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling fight. Remember that was a picture perfect step back, throw the right hand, right? That's what he's kind of looking to do against Merab. He knows that Merab's going to shoot, and he's trying to time the takedown either with a knee up the middle or right hand down the middle, something like that, because otherwise, how's Sean going to really track him down here, right? So Merab's going to keep this outside on the cage here. So round number 2. Sean goes back to southpaw, center of the cage. Merab goes back to the outside of a lot of lateral movement on his bike, circling to his right, fighting in orthodox here. So Merab does have cardio for days. He can keep this pace up, right? But there's not a ton happening, right? He's just staying on the outside, but it goes high kick. That one was blocked. Sean O'Malley switches to southpaw briefly to throw a kick. Again, I haven't seen Sean O'Malley throw any combos yet. A lot of just single strikes, not a ton of kicks, which he normally does. He's looking to pull counter, Sean O'Malley is, but Merab's not entering. Either Merab is all the way out or all the way in, right? He's going to stand way outside here in kicking range. And this is the range where I think Sean O'Malley should be peppering him with leg kicks, high kicks, things like that. But I think he's just afraid of getting caught. See, Merab's way outside here. So even if Sean O'Malley lets those hands go, he's not going to be able to reach them. Sean O'Malley now has to close that distance, and when he does, I think Merab knows he's going to level change into a takedown. So Sean has to be very careful with his entries, not to sit down on his punches a lot, and not to close the distance too fast without a takedown. Because now, again, once he gets taken down, then he has to work back up to his feet here, right? So there's a right hand that was blocked from Sean. Sean backing up a little bit. Sean with a lot of feints, but not really committing to any strikes here, especially any combos. Merab still pushing forward without throwing, hands high. Throws a left hook, but that one misses. Sean steps in, southpaw, and then throws a jab to the body. Another right hand over the top. Big, you see, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so this was the first time we saw Sean actually load up on a strike. You can see here, he throws out southpaw. He goes 1-2. He throws the 1, catches him with the 1, and then overhand throws the 2. But already Merab's in on the hips. Immediately gets the takedown, and now it's at the center of the octagon. Sean doesn't have the cage to use to work to get up. Before we saw those couple of takedowns were up against the fence. This one in the middle of the octagon. So Sean regains full guard here. There's over 3 minutes of Merab to work here on top. So let's see what Sean can do off of his back now that he settles and he doesn't have the fence to use to help. Sean using a body lock from the bottom. Merab just keeping busy chest to chest, throwing up some, ground and pound a little bit, making him work. Sean trying to push him off, but Merab just keeping that distance, right? This is more of like a bench press for Sean. Trying to push on the hips a little bit. Merab passes. Nice up kick there from Sean, but Merab back into full guard. And Merab again has that cardio for days, so he's okay with just wearing on guys here, zapping some of the cardio here in this position. Best case for Merab is to keep this position. Sean looking for that left foot, trying to get to like mission control almost. He lets it go. Back to full guard, close guard from bottom. Sean throwing up almost a triangle. Merab has both arms in, catches the head there. Oh. The referee stops him for grabbing inside the glove, holding on. That's not a legal move, telling Merab to come back. Back on the hips again, feet on the hips, and Merab passes back into full guard, right? So yeah, Sean O'Malley has the hands in the to the glove there. Herb Dean stops it there. So Merab's still on top. Still had about 3 minutes of top time. Still keeping this position here. Again, Sean trying to knee shield, trying to keep that space, trying to shrimp a little bit to get back up. Sean's going to give up his back here. No, decides to go back to full guard. Again, attacking a triangle, not going to get it. Again, feet on the hips for Sean, but not really able to get up once he's settled here. And if he doesn't have the fence to help him get up, now he's up to his knees. Merab right away looking for a neck, doesn't go guillotine, does the right thing and gets back to top guard. And then Sean has to reset and go back to bottom. Shrimping again, Sean gives up the back, goes to turtle. Now he's going to step to get up. Merab tries to get one hook in, prevents the hook, but at least Sean now is up against the fence, and he can use the fence to help him wall walk. Still trying to elevate a little bit. Merab breaks him back down again. More ground and pound here. 49 seconds left in round number 2. Merab looking at the corner. Couple more punches. Nice knee to the body there from Merab. More knees to the body. Couple of more ground and pound here for Merab. More knees to the thigh there for Merab. O'Malley back up to his feet, back down again. Right, this is heavy top pressure here from Merab, not letting O'Malley get back up. He's trying again. Merab's on the neck, 15 seconds, looking for an arm in guillotine here. 10 seconds to work. Merab, okay, here. So Merab gets him in the guillotine. He knows he's not going to get. There's about 5 seconds left. He starts kissing Sean O'Malley's back, and then Herb Dean points at him and says, "Stop that." So then Merab gets back up. He thinks the round's ended. Sean gets back up and lands a couple of free shots there. Herb Dean's like, "I told you to stop that, not stop the fight." He's like, "I get it, I understand." Merab throwing kisses, the ultimate disrespect. Sean going back to his corner here, trying to breathe. Again, Tim Welch really just saying, breathe, you're going to get him, you're going to land him here. But again, Sean's best rounds to win this, I think, were in rounds 1 and 2. Maybe that was his best shot, of the fight so far, was that right hook there. So Merab clamping. All right, round number 3. We're going to rinse and repeat here. Merab's going to do the same thing. Sean O'Malley's still taking orthodox, switches to southpaw. Merab's still on his bike on the warning track on the outside. Right, Sean trying to close the distance. Anytime he comes forward, Merab moves backwards, right? So it's very hard for Sean to land because he wants to plant and throw his hands. Sean also, I want to say, is not really a true power puncher. Most of his power and his knockouts come from more speed and timing. Step back and countering when the opponent comes forward, sort of thing. But Merab's not doing that. He's not committing to anything. He's just staying way outside here, way outside in kicking range. And then once Sean closes the distance, he's going to level change and get under that, right? So you can see here, Sean trying to push forward just a step forward. When he steps forward, Merab steps backwards. It's very hard for Sean to really do anything here, right? So he can kick the body a little bit here at this range. Merab can just punch air because he's not really committing to anything, right? Another right hand to the body there from Sean as well. And again, last time he loaded up on the 1-2 and got taken down in the middle of the cage, so he's not going to really try to load up on big combos here either. Sean O'Malley's sort of stuck because of the threat of the takedown. And again, Merab's up 2-0 at this point. So one more round, then Sean's gonna have to need a finisher, right? So I think you have to play it a little bit smarter here in round number 3. You got to try to bank around. Here, Merab grabs a single leg, doesn't get it, but pushes O'Malley up against the fence. Nice knee there. So it doesn't get technically a takedown, but he gets this. Oh, now he's looking for a Dars. Yeah, Merab's on the back here, just wearing on Sean, right? He has to carry the weight a little bit. He has to watch the knee. He's getting work to the body here a little bit. Merab can't throw knees here to the head, but he can throw knees to the leg and the body. So here he is, postures up, more knees to the thigh that we saw in round number 1. More knees. Sean O'Malley gets up, but now you can knee the head, right? So he puts his knee back down. Now he's a ground opponent. So Merab goes back to the knees, goes to the knee, now goes back to the head when Sean O'Malley stands up, blocks that on, and then breaks off. All right, so now they're back to space. 2.5 minutes left in round number 3. And Merab's winning this round so far as it is. So Orthodox versus Southpaw here, right? I think O'Malley should be on the front foot. I think he should be pressuring him. They talk about it all the time that it's a lot harder for wrestlers to shoot while moving backwards. I think if Sean O'Malley does any kind of adjustments here, it should be on the front foot. You can see him being really patient here in the middle of the cage, moving backwards. He's really trying to time this entry for Merab, but Merab's not shooting just naked takedowns here, right? Couple more jabs there from Merab. Trying to spinning back fist. There's a knee up the middle, but he gives the knee. Oh, Merab lands a right hand on the break. Again, Sean's doing everything not to give him anything for the takedown, right? He wants to create that space, but it's causing this like stalemate here at range where nobody's really throwing, right? And I would expect Sean O'Malley's significant strike total to be very low compared to some of his other fights where he's just able to let his hands go. There's an inside kick there from Merab. Yeah, and see, again, Sean's losing this round, and he will be down 3 rounds here. I'd like to see more aggression, but again, he's really cognizant of the takedown here. There, Merab ducks under for a single leg, grabs the foot, but doesn't get it. More inside low kicks there from Merab, goes outside low kick, another inside kick. There's a nice combo there. Sean O'Malley ducks under, throws a 2 to the body, and then steps up in southpaw, and throws another 2 that lands there. So that was probably the biggest punch so far for Sean of the round. Again, Merab looking for a leg, doesn't get it. 45 seconds left in round number 3. There's a nice jab. Again, Merab grabs a foot, doesn't get it, lands a right hand on the break. With that right hand land, let's look at this here. He throws a kick. He tries to counter. That's the pull right hand counter that he likes. Here, he throws it. I think it catches him. And Merab lands a left hook as well. That's the weapon that he's looking for. There's a 1-2, right? Oh, let me watch this. Well, let's watch this back. I think Merab eats a 1-2 here. The best punch here. Watch this. We're going to do slow motion here. Merab comes forward. 1, 2. That's a clean right hand there from Sean, right? And Merab just took it, continues to walk forward. That's probably his best shot, his knockout punch sort of thing. And he landed it clean, and Merab didn't get wobbled at all, still continued to come forward, right? So that's a bad sign for Sean O'Malley because that's again that was his power punch that he was looking for. He landed it, and Merab didn't even wobble, right? So most of Sean O'Malley's TKOs are going to come from that punch or a volume, sort of a standing TKO or like a knee up the middle sort of thing, right? So Sean's starting to land here at the tail end of round number 3. Round number 3 could be a toss-up. I think it could go either way. But I think Merab's going to be up 3-0. Worst case, it's 2-1 here. A little bit of a cut on the nose here from Merab. There's Sean O'Malley still trying to get his breath back. This is the later rounds. Again, he did slow down a little bit against Chito Vera when he fought him there, right, into the later rounds. So his cardio's never been super amazing, but it's been somewhat of a slower pace. Round number 3 had no takedowns, no grappling. And when he does grapple, he gets back up. So Sean's cardio into rounds 4 and 5 should be okay, but let's keep an eye on that. All right, round number 4, championship rounds. I think Merab might be up to 3 rounds here. So Orthodox versus Orthodox. Again, Merab's going to stand way outside here in kicking range. Sean has to step into southpaw. Yeah, so now that was the big thing with round number 3 is that you don't want to be down 3 rounds to Merab because now you need a finish, right? If at some point you could have won round number 3, it's possible you wins rounds 4 and 5 and still have a chance in this fight. But now, if Sean needs a finish, it's very hard to finish Merab, with his level changes and you can't really sit down on anything. So it's a tough ask here for Sean, right? Another 2 to the body. That was his game plan here, is just to circle the outside. There's a lands a right hand, but you see again a lot of single shots here from Sean. Now he's on the outside, moving, sticking, moving, left hand again, flashing some hips from Sean. Another jab. There's a right hand into a takedown for Merab, doesn't get it. Right hand over the top for Sean, lands. There's a left hook into a takedown. Yeah, that takedown came way too easy. Let's watch this one again. Hook flashes the hook, gets the hands up. Level changes is into a single leg, grabs the single leg and the hip, turns the corner, and gets him down. There was like zero resistance there from Sean on bottom. And again, Merab gets the takedown here in the middle of the octagon, like we saw in round number 2. So 3.5 minutes to work here for Merab at the center of the octagon. I think his ear's bleeding a little bit, right? So Merab's going to keep this top pressure. Let's see if Sean can work back up to his feet here. 3.5 to work. Yeah, he has that. Merab's in side control or half guard. So Sean should be trying to get to the right side, lay on his right side, and try to shrimp his way out. But easier said than done, obviously. Merab just keeping busy here with a couple of shots to the body. Sean not really doing much to get up. Herb Dean telling him to work, but he is working. Sean's not working. Here's a push off there from Sean. Merab gets back. Butterfly guard from Sean on bottom. Couple of big elbows here from Merab on top. He's not in danger of getting finished, Sean, but he's just not doing much to get up, right? So here's a straight arm lock from Merab. Doesn't get it, pins the arm down. There, O'Malley's on the right hip. Now he's trying to get that underhook on there, trying to push off. No, shrimps to the other side. Merab still in half here on the other half. More work, right? And not a lot of space here for Merab, or not a lot of space for Sean to get back up, right? Chest to chest. And Merab just keeping busy with these shots to the body, shots to the head. Here, Sean's going to give up his back. You see he's posting here on that left arm is Sean. Rob's going to try to grab that left wrist. Tries to grab it, doesn't get it. Tries to grab it again. Sean just takes it away. Now he's going to get back up to his feet. Now Sean's back up. 1 minute 30, 90 seconds here for Sean to work in round number 4. But Merab's still on the hips, arms locked. We've seen this position before. Again, Merab goes back to the knees to the thigh, back down to a knee. So he has to settle here. Yeah, again here Merab just making Sean carry his weight here on the back. Merab takes away that hook and makes Sean go back down to his butt. Less than a minute left. Breaks the grip here. More strikes here for Merab. Lays him flat. Now he's up against the fence though. Still in half guard. Sean trying to elevate. Gets the butterfly. Couple of right shots there from Merab. Sean gets his butt up against the fence. Again, exposing the neck. Merab likes this front guillotine here that he's tried before. Merab moves the guillotine choke over to the side. Look at this. Merab's just working him here, right? Significant strike totals or total strikes for each round. Merab just dominating here. So throws a couple of strikes on the get up here. Flurry of strikes. Trying to put a stamp on the round. Big swing and a miss there from Sean. All right, Merab is worst case up 3-1, but he's probably up 4-0 here at this point. And Sean needs something big, right? So, what does a finish look like for Sean? He's not going to take Merab down and submit him on top. It's very unlikely. You can see the chest-to-chest pressure here from Merab for Sean to really throw up a triangle from bottom or like an armbar from bottom. Even then, it's probably pretty rare for Sean to do that. So the KO has to, I think, come from the feet. Has to be some sort of knee up the middle, a high kick, a pull right hand counter. Those are really his only KO options here. Some kind of flying knee, jumping knee. He has to go really outside of the box. He has to take some risk because he's potentially down 4 rounds here. So I'd like to see some more aggression here from Sean, knowing that he needs a big finish here. So let's see if he does come out more aggressive. He has to know he's down here, right? So round number 5. Sean's on the front foot unorthodox. Again, Merab taking the outside. Still circling around lateral movement. A lot of side-to-side movement, standing here outside in kicking range. Alan Jobe says the same thing. Up 3-run or 4-0. Umar says it's up 4-0. It's probably one of the two there. There, he's not even pulling the trigger on that kick, right? He tried to pull the body. He saw that Merab was circling off, and he pulls that kick back, right? He has to do damage, but he's just so worried about the takedown coming back that he can't really connect to something, right? There's a lunging right hand, and he goes to the body, right? So he's thrown that a couple of times. None of these things are going to finish Merab, right? And you can only get so frustrated with the lateral movement, but you had to expect that this was part of the game plan, right? Forcing Sean to strike. And again, Merab's up 4-0, right? So Sean needs to be closing the distance here, throwing some big strikes, but he hasn't thrown it. Again, a big kick there, doesn't even throw the high kick. Inside kick there from Merab, switches to southpaw from Sean. Another feint, doesn't throw. Merab throws a right hand. That takedown came so easy again. So right, watch this one here. Let's go back here. Sorry, let's go back to the takedown. Merab fakes an overhand right. Right, steps forward. Looks like he's going to throw an overhand right here. Right, Sean has to block with the high guard. At the same time, Merab is grabbing this lead leg with the left hand. Immediately gets that takedown right back to the center. So 3.5 minutes to work here for Merab. Sean again didn't show any urgency. Now he's trying to get back up to his feet. We've seen this position all fight. Sean can't work back up to his feet here. More knees to the thigh here for Merab. Significant ground strikes, 38-2. That's because O'Malley was never on the ground on top. It's a misleading stat, but obviously, it just shows that he's having his way with him on the ground. Tries to get up a little bit. Merab sweeps the leg from under him. And again, Merab just wearing on him here. Hands clasped together. More knees here for Merab. Herb D telling him to work, but he is working. Couple of right hands there for Merab. Spins off. All right, Merab back to space here. So 2.5 left for Sean O'Malley to do some work. Jumping knee, spinning back fist, spinning back elbow, anything, right? Steps into southpaw, throws a 2. High kick, anything, wheel kick. They're all low percentage shots, but Sean has to do something, right? He can't just stand here and look at him, right? So the over 4.5 was minus 130. That one looked like almost a guaranteed winner here based on what we're seeing. There's a high kick there, blocked. Switches to orthodox. 2 minutes left. Sean just planted there, right? Merab tries to grab a single leg, doesn't get it. More O'Malley here, minute 50 left. More level changing. I don't like this. I'd like to see some urgency from Sean, but still. What do you have to lose? Worst case, you get taken down. Standing in front of him, there's a front kick there. Oh, that one hurt. Okay, let's go back here. So this one is important here. So There's about 90 seconds left. Sean finally decides to do something, and he throws his right teep. You can see Merab's been keeping this high guard the whole time, circling off. The body is exposed. Sean O'Malley kicks to the body, and Merab doesn't like this. Right away, he grabs the body. He runs away to the side. Sean trying to corner him. Sean knows that he hurt him here, so he's going to go right back to it. He goes spin to the body. That one hit the guard. Minute 20 left. There's another kick to the body. That one hurt him again. Merab doesn't like it, grabs a single leg. Inside kick there, left hand there from Merab. Another kick to the body there from Sean. Another step in, grabs a single leg here. This one's a little bit better. Takedown defense in terms of that, right? Breaks off. Sean still pressuring forward. There's a knee up the middle. There's a kick to the body. Merab takes a look at the timer. 40 seconds left. He knows he has to circle around for 40 seconds and win this belt. So Merab's not going to get into any danger here. He's going to be on the outside. Sean has to do something big. Wheel kick here. No, doesn't get it. 30 seconds. Right hand to the body again from Sean. Another single shot. Doesn't pull that back. High kick blocked. Another kick to the body. Right hand to the body again. Steps in left hand. Another right hand into. Oh, that one looks so easy. Look how easy that was. Let's go back here. So same entry as we saw before. Merab throws overhand right, grabs the single leg with the left, picks up the single leg and just pulls it. Just yanks on it, pulls it, and gets Sean down. 6 seconds left, 5 seconds. Nothing big here, just Merab beating up the legs. So I was pretty big on Merab in this fight. He won the belt here. Just a bad stylistic matchup. The biggest part of this was Merab was, I think, a plus 120 underdog or so coming into this fight, and I think he dominated. Right? He looked almost minus 400 in the fight there. Let's take a look at some of these replays. Here's this front guillotine. He thought he had the guillotine, jumped. He almost got mount here. Luckily, the fence was there, I think, to help the momentum for O'Malley. There's that right hand into a takedown again. That takedown came too easy, I think. More knees to the back here from Merab. More work here from Merab on top. Couple of big elbows, ground and pound. Sean stands up but has to cover his head. And this was the biggest shot that Sean did, right? A kick to the body. You can see the hands drop. He's rubbing the body. There's a knee up the middle. Merab ate, right? Those were Sean's best shots, and he just ate them, right? And let's see the scores here. Wow. So 49-46, 48-47, 48-47. So I'm thinking that Sean might have been given round number 3 and round number 5. Otherwise, I thought that Merab could have. Well, round number 5 was close there, right? So Merab gets the belt there. People are going to say it was a close fight. I didn't see it that way. I think round 3 was close in that Merab didn't get a takedown, and finally, Sean maybe edged it out at the tail end of that round. But neither fighter was ever close to finishing the other, right? I thought that Merab and his takedowns, Sean O'Malley showed zero takedown defense. The takedowns came really early, really easy for Merab, and whereas on the Sean O'Malley side, he landed his biggest punch. He landed the 1-2 that didn't do anything. He landed a knee up the middle that didn't do anything, and he landed the teep kick that sort of dropped his hand. So obviously, you're going to fight an opponent. You're going to try to make some adjustments. If you're Sean O'Malley, what kind of adjustments can you make, right? I think, the game plan for Sean O'Malley, obviously going to want to keep the fight standing. And I just don't know. I think this fight is they're fighting again, right? They're fighting coming up at UFC 316. Merab defends his belt now as a champion, and so now I'm trying to think of what O'Malley can do. I'm going to break down the fight in detail. I'm going to go through all the fighting stats. I'm going to tell you how I think maybe Sean O'Malley wants to approach the fight, and I think I can tell you about some game plan changes on the Sean O'Malley side. For the Merab side, I don't really think he needs to really change anything, right? He stays on the outside, stays way outside of danger. Anytime he enters in, he either fakes it with strikes coming in, and then he level changes and get those takedowns easy. I don't think enough time has passed between this fight and this next fight that we're going to see super improvements from Sean's takedown defense. But I think you can do some changes in terms of the game plan and how you approach it. So I'll go into that in detail. I'll link that fight breakdown with this video here. But as always, my name is Art C, and this is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching. Well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Art C. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe, you'll get notified anytime we put out new content. In 2024, we are up over 118 units. That's $58,000 at $500 units. We are using our exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else. I'm telling you, it gives us a huge edge over our competition, helps us make money long term. So come join us today, patreon.com/FightingStats. That's where we put all of our bets, our best bets, our shoot for the moon parlays. You can visit us also on our website, FightingStats.com, for all of our stats there. We have a lot of new tools coming out. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.